There's somehow like 2 done and also not done enough.
We are gonna go drive to dig crystals. I've been digging for 5 hours.
We hit purple, we hit purple.
It might have fallen back in there. Got too excited.
Last night I spent hours in my van alone crying.
This whole day has felt so magical. I am putting the starchy warm water in my dog's food because she only likes her food warm. I am grateful to meet you. And I'm really grateful to be in such a beautiful place and to have my van back after not having it for a while. How are they? They're not bad.
They're bad, aren't they? They're bad.
I mean, they're edible.
There's somehow like 2 done and also not done enough.
I don't know how it's happening. Like, they're like firm, but really gooey.
And it's kind of funny that our first dinner together as friends is with janky, terrible noodles.
What part of your life works? What part of your life hurts?
I really just feel like YouTube really works for me, and like embarking on this career has been like really fulfilling in ways that I haven't ever felt in my life. Something that hurts. I like kind of touched on this, but there's like a friendship that's kind of like hurt a lot that affected me a lot last year, and it all went down here in Arizona, and that's just weighed kind of heavily on my heart lately. And I haven't really been able to figure out what or if I need to do to make myself feel better about it, like if I'm open or ready to reestablish a friendship.
Last night I bawled my eyes out for hours about a friendship that ended about last year. I really miss this person. We had such a close friendship, but am I missing her? Is that a sign to reestablish the friendship, or is it just like what you do when you're healing? So, as you guys can tell, tonight I met up with Maddie Taylor. She also lives in a van, and she also has a YouTube channel. And it's kind of like wrapping up my solo journey a bit, which I feel very ready to do. It's been so good for me, and now I finally feel like I'm ready to kind of have connection with other people, and like she's in the same campsite as me. It's kind of crazy because this is the first time I've met Maddie. And last night I spent hours journaling, and I was literally playing the guitar, like crying through my tears because I was just missing this person from my past a lot, and it made me question whether or not I should reach out to them and try to kind of like rekindle a friendship, or if it's just kind of part of the healing process and if it's not actually a sign to reach out to them. So I was kind of experiencing all of that and moving through those emotions, and then Maddie comes and she said that one thing that's really been hurting for her is that she's kind of struggling to figure out if she wants to rekindle a friendship. And it was just so like crazy for me to hear because it was such a parallel to my journey, and it made me feel really understood. We literally talked for hours after that in her van. This has been such a period of growth and learning for me, and I feel really grateful to be able to kind of meet Maddie because everything kind of feels right with it. Like, I feel like you just kind of know when you're gonna really click with someone and when they're meant to be in your life to like teach you lessons, and that's kind of how it feels with Maddie right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. Tomorrow we are going to have a long day digging, I believe, and I'm just really excited to see what crystals we get and to introduce Maddie to this world because it's such a magical forest here.
If it never gets dark, we'll never go inside.
I met a new friend this week. Her name is Maddie. She also is a solo female traveler and she is also a YouTuber. Our friendship flowed so seamlessly from the second I met her, and there were so many parallels in our lives. And these synchronicities, these unexplainable coincidences, often guide me through life. They tell me when I should pursue a friendship or when I'm in the right place. Truthfully, I have been really emotional recently. I think traveling solo for a bit really allowed me to face some things that I've been burying. Between receiving a rude message from my ex-girlfriend to staying up crying about an old friend, it feels like a really nostalgic trip for me. The night I met Maddie, she expressed to me she too was missing an old friend, and we stayed up for hours talking about all of our feelings and just genuinely listening to each other. My favorite thing that I've noticed Maddie and I do is we only offer advice when the other person asks. This can be difficult for me to remember sometimes because I think it's in my nature to want to help. But sometimes the best way you can help someone is just to listen, not to give unsolicited advice. We are gonna go drive to dig crystals at this other spot where I found a bunch of crystals in a hole. And it's her first time doing it. Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
Yay! Crystals all around here in the earth. The thing about them is they're fragile and you have to watch out for your shovel. So you're taking as big of scoop holes as you can to limit the chances of breaking into a really good crystal. Then you're putting it in a pile, and that pile is called your tailings. So that big pile there is stuff you've already shoveled out. So what I do is I get like a few big piles, then scrub through the tailings, break up some of those pieces because there will be some nice gemmy ones there. Once you get like a really good one, then there's more of a chance that there's other good ones in that area. So then you're going to want to go in really gently with like a stick or just super gentle with something maybe wooden.
Okay.
And just being really careful because you don't want to break a really good crystal that's worth thousands of dollars, you know?
Yeah.
Her first crystal! And it's so big! Are you kidding?
It's so cool.
It's so pretty. Wait, what the heck? Wow. It took me like a year and I never found anything that big. Her first crystal is massive. This is the one I found. It's a baby, but it's really cute.
It's really cute.
Let me see. Wow. Oh my
That's
gosh.
so pretty. Found kind of a medium-sized one. It's not super clear, but it's still pretty. No, it's yours.
We are having a crystal digging break. We're gonna meditate and envision an amethyst coming into our hands. We're rubbing away the mud. We see the purple. Okay.
I just found a purple one.
It is so purple. It's obviously purple. We hit the purple pocket. I've been digging for 5 hours and this is what I have so far. I have this little mound and I'm really happy with what I have so far. Also, Maddie found a purple one and we were like meditating wanting a purple one, and so that was really excited, and I feel really happy for her that she got that. I'm still hoping that my purple is somewhere among this mud, but I'm really happy with what I have regardless. This one came out of the wall in a really cool way, and I just saw this corner of it and scraped around with a stick because you don't want to scrape around with metal and damage the crystal. And it just like was a really magical experience to pull this one out of the wall, so I remember this one. I also think that Maddie's gonna bring us some snacks here in a second, so it'll be nice to have a break.
Winter storm warning.
When? Now. I think throughout my life, I've constructed some ideas about what it means to be happy. I've fallen into this trap of believing that I'll be happy once I lose weight. I'll feel free once I earn a lot of money. I'll feel at peace when I move to Colorado, or my life will just come together when I move into a van. And although living in the van for the last couple years has been such a blessing, I still have had problems. I still feel sad sometimes, I still have bad days, I still mourn old friendships and feel insecure or lonely. I do feel like this lifestyle has helped in so many ways, but it has not eliminated all my problems. When I was saving up for the van, I had an awareness of this flawed perception, and I tried my best to shift it. I meditated every day, wrote affirmations, and I tried to learn to be happy in that moment, in the circumstances I found myself in. I tried not to glamorize van life or have a perception that I would finally be happy once I got on the road, and I think that was really transformative for me. Because there's power in perception, and in so many ways we create our reality. This doesn't mean that you can't strive to be better or have goals for yourself, but the true test is to see if you can accept your body while you're trying to lose weight, if you can feel free while you're trying to make more money, if you can feel at peace before you move across the country, or feel happy before you move into a van.
This one I also really love. It's agate?
Yeah, it's an agate, right?
It's an agate.
Looks like an agate.
Yeah, and I found it actually about 15 minutes from the entrance of Grand Canyon. And it was like my first week alone on the road ever. And I just stumbled upon it, and it was on BLM land. And yeah, I've just had it ever since.
I like that one a lot.
This whole day has felt so magical. And I've just loved getting to spend it with you. And I'm really grateful for how seamless our friendship is. And how comfortable we are together. And just, like I said before, the comfortable silences.
Yeah.
I think that's just so beautiful and rare to find. And yeah.
Like that moment when we were laying on the forest, just like looking up together, but just quiet. That was really amazing.
Yeah.
And the way the light looked, I'm really grateful for that.
Oh my
through
God.
the forest.
So beautiful.
I feel really grateful that we are physically capable to dig and go through the forest and like stand and use our arms and just be healthy.
We were digging for like 6 hours or something, right?
We're digging a long time. This is so good. I dug crystals all day today with Maddie, and we got a ton of crystals, honestly, like a really good amount. There have been days out here that I dig for 5 hours, don't find anything, or maybe like 2 small things. So I feel really satisfied. Maddie even found a purple crystal, and that was so special because I saw the moment when we pushed aside the mud and we saw that purple crystal. Digging crystals is so unique, but I feel like there are so many really profound life lessons in it. Like, it really resembles the law of attraction and manifestation. Like, if you believe in the abundance of the crystals and you view it with this generous lens and you're not greedy or selfish, then more crystals come to you. Some of the most generous people out here in this forest digging crystals are also the people that have the craziest crystal collections. And I think that just goes to show how far generosity takes you. The way I kind of see it, when I was in high school, I really wanted a Jeep. That was my dream car. And when I was driving on the road, all I saw was Jeeps. It seemed like everybody was driving Jeeps. Then years pass and my dream is to get a van, to convert it, to live in it and travel. And as I drive, all I can see are these big white cargo vans, and it seems like everyone on the road is driving big white cargo vans. Is it true that at this year in high school, everybody was driving Jeeps, and that later when I was in college, everybody was driving white cargo vans? Like, obviously not. The ratio didn't change, but my perspective did. And because my perspective did, my reality did. It's just so powerful. Like, you can use affirmations and you can meditate to observe those thought patterns and, you know, try to shift it. And when you do shift your mindset to like an abundant mindset of the world and just like a more positive mindset, the person it helps the most is you, genuinely. Like, it's almost a selfish thing. Anyways, those were some of my thoughts as I was digging crystals today. I will see you guys in the next video. I post videos on Wednesdays and Sundays. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. And also subscribe because I just said it. I post videos every Wednesdays and Sundays. I already said that. But yeah, it really supports my channel to like and subscribe. So if you enjoyed this video, go on ahead if you want to and do that. And I will see you guys in 3 days. Bye.